Holy crap, Deb. I'm doing it. I am providing liquidity. So here's my range. So I freaked out when I saw this. I'm on Uniswap. Let's see. Yeah, Uniswap. Yep. So this is the pool tab. Usually I'm here on the swap tab. Swapping my ETH and my hex. But I went here and it says new position. So I did new position. And this is my position here. So right now I'm out of range because the price is higher than where I want it to go. So I wanted to buy between like 3 cents and 1.5 cents or something like that. So I set that price up, and so that's how much liquidity I put in there. This is all USDC. It cost me $30 in fees, and I think $10 to set it up to where it would recognize my USDC. That should have been a one-time thing. But anyway, so I looked at this and I'm like, what the crap? I had a minimum price 31.2, 61.46. What's going on? But if you divide 1 by 31.2, it gives you about 3 cents, 3.2 cents or whatever. And if you divide 61.46 by 1, you get about 1.6 cents or whatever. So this is the current price it is right now. At Hex is at 3. I wonder if it tells you the price. Doesn't tell you the price of Hex on this. That's so funny. Anyway, it's like trading view. Well, anyway, so the Hex price is 3.26. And it has to drop down to like 3.20 to hit my price range. Now, just because I'm providing liquidity doesn't mean that the price will hit in my range. It might not drop. I might have just barely missed the bottom of the chart, and it might go up from here. So, I'm hoping that this downtrend continues to go just a little further down. So I'm between like 3.32 and 0.16. So I'm hoping that this is where my liquidity range is that I'm doing. And I'm hoping that that's where the price goes. So as the price fluctuates in there and people are buying and selling, then over here, I'm going to start earning fees. I'll get paid in Hex and I'll get paid in USDC. And if it goes all the way through my range from, so we're 30.7, if you get more Hex per dollar, in other words, if the price drops just a little, then I'll start getting some Hex. And then as people buy Hex, I'll lose my Hex and I'll get USDC. Actually, the fees I think will stay. But I'll switch between having, so my position is that much. I spent that much, or I provided that much USDC. And I think I'll bounce between having that much USDC and that times between 31.2 and 61.46 Hex. So I'll either have a bunch of USDC, or I'll have, if the price drops all the way down to where it's like 1.5 cents, then I'll have, this price will show this one right here. Current price will be, more than 61 cents. I don't know if this is making any sense, but then I'll have my USDC will be 0, and I'll have a crap ton of Hex, of cheap Hex, and I'll have a little bit of fees. and I can just leave it there, and it'll keep fluctuating. It'll bounce between having a lot of hex if the price goes up past 1.5 cents, and if it goes past 3.2 cents, which is where my range is, then I'll end up losing all my hex, and I'll have my same amount of USDC, but I'll have some fees that I will have collected. So it cost me $30, $40 if you include the permissions to let it use my USDC. But I watched, and the fees were pretty low to provide liquidity. So then once I'm satisfied with either, I made some fees and I didn't actually buy any hex, then I pull my liquidity, or I made some fees and the price is lower and I want to keep my hex. Let's say I have a crap ton of hex and all my USDC is gone because the price has dropped down below, like let's say it's 1.5 cents. It's dropped out of my range on the low end. Then I'll have all the hex that I want, and my USDC will be gone because it'll be out of range again. So right now it's out of range because it's too high and it hasn't gone through my range. But if it goes through my range and then it's out of range because the price is too low, then I'll have my hex and I can remove my liquidity, and it'll cost me another fee, hopefully less than $30, and I'll have my cheap hex, and hopefully I'll have more fees than the $60 it cost me to play this little game. So the price is going up just a hair. I need it to go down. So if the price goes down, then you get more hex per USDC, per dollar, basically. If it goes up, then you get less. I don't know if I said that the right way. Anyway, it's just this number divided by, it's 1 divided by these numbers here to where you can find the actual price. So I guess I could do that real quick. So right now it says the price of hex is $1, or a USDC, which is roughly equal to $1, divided by 30.6875. Because you would get 30.6875 per dollar. That's what someone's willing to buy it at right now. That's the wrong button. 1 divided by 30 point. I'm sorry, this is horrible. 6875 equals. So that's the current price of hex. So 3.258. I need to get it to 31.2. So I go 1 divided by 31.2 equals. So I need the price to drop to 3205. Then I will begin providing liquidity. And if it continues to drop all the way down to 61.46, 1 divided by 61.46. So I can provide liquidity until the price drops below 1.627 cents. And then it'll be out of range. But I will have stocked up on 61.46 hex. It'll actually be my price that I bought hex at will be at somewhere between this range, split evenly between this range. That's how Uniswap works. It just divides evenly. So sometimes when I start, I'll be selling $1 and getting 31 hex, and then at the end of my range, I'll sell my last dollar and I'll get 61.46 hex. So I'll be an average price of, add those two together, 31.2 plus, sorry, you can skip this if you want. This is such bad video quality. 31.2 plus 61.46. My squeaky mouse equals divided by 2. So this is the average that I'll buy hex at? 46.33. So for every dollar, I'll get 46.33 hex. So 1 divided by 46.33 equals. So I'll buy all of my hex at an average price of 22.158 cents. So that'll be the average purchase price. So, I'll be buying about $2,000 worth of hex at 2 cents-ish if the price goes all the way through my range, and I'll have some fees. So anyway, crazy fun game. It is gambling, totally gambling, but my risk is the cost. I pushed the button to provide liquidity, and I watched the little MetaMask thing, and it said, $31. Yesterday it got up to like $70 to provide liquidity. So you got to watch the fees, but I'm hoping I can get in and out, including the little permissions fee. It cost me $10 for it to give me permission to trade USDC, but hopefully I can get in and out for under $100. And hopefully I'll collect enough fees to pay for that. But if not, I hope I can get some cheap hex in this fun new way. So we'll see if I burn through my USDC and pile up the hex as the price drops to 1.5 cents. Hopefully it does. But if not, our bags get pumped, and I learned something. Tuition. Yay.